I did write a book 20 years ago to examine India's economic reforms, but I thought the time had come to revisit the subject and to see what should be done for India to achieve the objectives that I've just been talking about. So this book attempts to do that by looking at quite closely at various aspects of the economy, and not just economy but also India's political economy, because you have to set the whole topic in a political economy context, and to see whether I could suggest a radical reform program that would deliver what India wants in the next quarter century. One of the main ideas running through this book is that we still have not quite achieved the right balance between what the state should do and what should be left to the market and what should be left to the private sector. As economists, in economic textbooks, we learn that the state should intervene because the market doesn't deliver a fair distribution of income, but also because the market fails in many ways. Because there are external effects. For example, it doesn't deal with environmental concerns, or there are public goods which it simply cannot finance, and so on. There are plenty of these things. The question is, does that justify the state to intervene in what could be an interminable list of market failures? But the point is, one has to remember that just as there are market failures, there are also government failures or state failures. So the fact that there is a reason to intervene in the market doesn't mean that the state doesn't create its own distortions when it intervenes, or whether it can do it efficiently and competently. Does it, for example, have the information? Does it have the expertise to intervene in a beneficial way? And more importantly, there is what economists call the principal agent problem. In other words, the state operates through its functionaries on the ground, or indeed functionaries at top levels. The question is whether these functionaries have their own agendas which are not the agenda of the public interest. So, given all this, one has to take the possibility of state failure just as much as one has to take the possibility of market failure into account. And this is particularly germane in the Indian context, where everyone knows that the state has been performing very badly.